Mindcrack. Everyone on TFC was sick. And I know when I say everyone on TFC was sick, I know that's not true. It's just going to make things less complicated when I say that. If they want to know anything further, we can always say that. The people in chat can say stuff. That's just going to make it easier for me to say there's a reason across the board. So let's go to Mindcrack. There's not much else we can do with that. I do need to change my title on YouTube, so hold on a minute on that, because that's a thing. I want to get that accurate. Oh, these stupid, long, slow songs. This isn't a long, slow song. It's a shorter song. It's fine. There. Save. Loading. For massively increased production, the player should instead pre-mix deuterium and tritium into DT fuel, which will skip the entire injection process and be used for fusion directly. As a result, the injection rate does not limit a DT-fueled reactor. However, while running on DT fuel only, the entire tank is instantly consumed every tick. Given that the tank holds 1,000 millibuckets of fuel by default, fusion will stop unless there's a constant supply of DT fuel faster than 1,000. So you need to supply it with 1,000 millibuckets of DT fuel per tick, pre-mixed, or it shuts off. Gotcha. Thank you, Legion Breaker. Where on earth am I? Oh, hi. There's people on. Say hi. Okay. Oh, yeah. I was doing digging. I had just repaired my picks. That's why I'm walking back. I'm walking back from the zombie spawner right now. But I did that. So the basic idea is until you can do 1,000 millibuckets per tick, it's better to put the DT fuel in separately. Once you can, put in both, or put it in together. If you can't, do them separately. Gotcha. Thank you, Legion Breaker. Now, I need your guys' opinion here. I can just go get that. Let me get some of this. Well, I'm just gonna. Not tough, please. Not tough. Well, that's definitely not tough. There. Okay. I just want to speed mine some of this and use it for building so that I can get your opinion on how something. Oh, there's no haste here. Doesn't go deep enough. How close is it anyway? That had to be close. Not that close. Still, that was close enough to get a lot of it done in a hurry. That'll do. That'll do. Just went in range of the beacon and just went out of range because you get like 12 seconds or something. Okay, that allows me to go here, make a bunch of this. Now, I don't know... Hold on. So I want to make a couple of these. And I don't know how you make that without the stone cutter. I don't know if you need the brick or don't need the brick. However, I can just use the stone cutter. That's just easier. So... Get the right height here, right like that. So that spot right there. It's a very, very minor touch, but I want your guys' thoughts. Does it look better having a pillar thinger to break it up every 20 blocks? What do you think? Yeah? Alright. Thought it was kind of random, but I wasn't really sure if it would pan out well. So I'm going to go with it. So we'll put one here. I think there's already one down low. Yeah. 20 blocks might be too rare. It's going to be a very big wall, and I want it to look like a nice pillar, but we'll see how it looks later on, because I don't want to do it too quickly either. It's going to be a big wall. Alright, let's flood this. Then we got some other stuff I want to work on. That should not be here. I shouldn't have made all this into that. That was an error. These full. Now they're empty. Good. Put those away for a moment. You can tell I've gotten a bit of copper doing this. Bit of copper, bit of iron, bit of gold. A little bit of a lot of things. I just haven't had an urge to break them, really. Just haven't needed to. This is big enough now where I can start moving it up there, though. I was waiting for there to be enough to cook, because I haven't been intentionally breaking those. I actually do need to get a few carrots going here. Hold on. Get that. Whoop. Where's the other guy? Thanks for the carrots. So I've been gathering glass for this particular occasion because I want to start building this next area. And we need to start thinking about how to build it. Well, actually I gotta flood it first. Hold on. First we gotta flood it, then we can start building the next thing. The next thing is, well it's gonna be this, just we're gonna move everything. Yeah. This kind of goes here. It's like not a tool. It's not a tool. It's not a block, and it's not a mob drop. That's basically this stuff. Not a tool, not a block, and not a mob drop stuff. Okay. Now we start flooding the rest of this. It's gonna take a minute. Flooding here. And I think we're going to, in order to make this a little bit easier to figure out, we're going to go in between each of the spots. That's so annoying. We're going to go in between each of the spots with the moss and mark where we're going to be putting it. I'm also going to be putting another step in here so I don't got to keep doing that. Okay, so like right here, that's a spot with water, so not water, not water, not water. We're going to do that all the way across. That's going to be easier to find where to put it. And then, of course, we can break it as we go along. Go over here. One. There. Well, okay. I haven't cleaned it out that well, though. That was like the original box closet. This is the first box that I placed, I think. So there's still stuff, not that one. There's still stuff in here that I have not organized. Like this shouldn't be this in here either. That should be in this one. That's like the more precious-y items. You're right. So they're not, Ender Pearl should not be in there. I think that's more of a tool. That goes down here. Yeah, we're slowly fixing it. No, thank you for noting it. We're fixing it. That helped me to fix it. But I can explain still, too. There. And then we're going to be going down this wall. I might as well finish that wall then. Okay. Just to make it easier, I think the next best thing to do will be to go ahead and start flooding those spots. So we want to go like right here. Oh, that's gonna be all the way down too. Oh, we can. No, I'll just do it all the way down. It's fine. We got the kelp. We just got to go all the way down, place the kelp, place it all the way up, and then come all the way down and break it again. It's fine. Although I think it's already. You know what? Hold on. Let me get a soul sand. We can test to see if it's already done. That's an easy way to check. Too far. Yeah, if it does that, then it's already done. It will launch you up to the height that it can go to. Yep, that one's done. Could have done the same thing with one of those. Done a magnum block, and I would have done the same thing, just in the other direction. But honestly, that's kind of faster. All right, so that can stay going up. I'm gonna go about halfway this time. Okay, so this one's good. Then we don't need to do this one. This should be the green block, and it is right here. Well, I suppose when I go up, I should just break it on the way down, huh? So I can find it again. If I actually let it float to the top, I'm going to have a hard time getting it because of how much variation we have to the water up there. So. How did that end up over there? Like I said, that's why I have more than enough. I think having the up and down other sides of the pillar on each of the walls would be good. What? What? You mean like having an up here and a down here? Is that what you're saying? It's actually not a bad idea. Up on the right side, down on the left side, because something gets left up and you go right down to something. It's such a weird reaction where if it gets pushed against that wall, a lot of times it gets pushed down since these are not source blocks, and it just goes shoo. It's weird. There's no flowing water there. It just goes shoo. You see it all the time when I was over there. When you break the blocks, it just kind of goes to that wall and goes down. Get a bite to eat. Crap, I forgot which one I left off on. I'm going to assume from looking at that up there, it looks like it's right here. This is why I placed one before I move on, because I'm going to forget. You know, let's just be smart and do that. And let's hope that the other one is right. We go to the previous one and I can take a bucket out of it, then it's fine. Oh no, I placed a bucket there, duh. Okay, can I take a bucket here? Then yes, it's fine. Oh, if I fix this, hold on. Put that there. It's usually going to break up. I'm standing on it. I wanted that moss. And this is why I use moss. It's cheap. If I lose it, it's gone. I don't care. Now when I break this, it should fill up to that point. Yep. And if I remove this... I should just go right here. Make it easy for me to get up and down. I can go like this. There. Sweet. It's actually going to stop right here. I got to do that again right here. Like that. And on top. Stop trying to push me, please. Break the block. Fix it underneath it. I definitely need that back. Bit easier to find, though. There. Oh, found my moss block. I wish I had enough bone... Oh, I kind of do. Have enough bone meal to just kind of stand there on the bottom and just bone meal it. The only issue with that is that I have no need of that much kelp. yet. It's gonna be so nice to have that auto-crafted. That, it's now a solid block of water in these two chunks. Until I hit this. Oh, well, that's not part of this. Yeah, this is where this is the chunk, right? Yeah, right there. Are those flooded? They are. Cool. I wonder if those will work underwater. Hi. Where the frick did you come from? Taiga. Forest. Taiga. Forest. Interesting. I read you. Even then, I still don't understand where it came from because I lit up all these walls. I made sure to go through to check all these areas because I've had that happen before with that section. We kept having creepers drop on my head, so I went to make sure that I checked all those walls and filled in the little bitty holes so that they won't drop on my head. So when I was going through here, if you notice, I just picked up a torch from that spot. There should be torches inside all these spots to prevent that from happening. Oh, well, that one got taken out. Maybe that spot? No, we'll keep an eye on it. If he shows up with a trident, then he spawned otherwise. If he shows up with only zombie stuff, then he could be a zombie that converted. If he shows up with a trident or a nautilus shell, which yeah, that's fine. But if he shows up with something only a drowned can show up with, then he spawned here in dirt. It is technically possible that there might have been a area that is considered an aqueduct, I guess, because aqueducts count too. Like right here. Oh, that's rude. I can't get through that way anymore. That's annoying. Aquifer, excuse me. Aqua something. Right here. This is considered an aquifer. And in theory, they can spawn in here, but it seems to be at a pretty low rate. I don't think I've ever seen one actually show up in here. And it's not lit. No. So maybe there was an aquifer. We're out of the, yeah, conduits. That does leave conduit range. That's, by the way, why we have the lanterns. We're going to have to place those at some point, too. And honestly, that might be one of the things that we do today. It's all going to look like this. Which brings up another thought. And damn it if you guys agree. Should they be frog lamps? So here's the thing between those, the two things that the three things that it could be: the aquamarine lamps, or the prismarine lamps. Okay, four things. It could be the prismarine lamps. It could be the new lamps, the new copper lamps. Though that'd be kind of weird because if they ever get updated by redstone somehow, they would turn off. That'd be weird. It could be these, and it could be the frog lamps, whatever color. And frankly, honestly, having them alternating colors would be kind of cool, having them be a bunch of different colors. These have a texture similar to cobble, but I kind of like the texture. The problem is that it's a repeating texture all throughout the base. Prismarine lamps and frog lamps have an animated texture, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to have an animated texture throughout the base. That's the only reason I wasn't going down the frog lamp route. And the redstone lamps, the new copper redstone lamps, the only disadvantage of those, freaking copper, is that if they ever get their redstone updated, I would have to turn them back on again. Type of biome? My base. No specific biome. It's going to be big. It's going to have various stuff and farms and things and stuff to use in it. That's going to be housed in glass if it can't be flooded. That's my plan. How would lamp... Oh, hold on. I can show you that one. That's a new one. That is something new. The copper bulb. We're going to need this. Though I might be able to get a... Hold on, let me get a... Oh no, they're in here. Like bottom row, I think. No, second bottom row. This one. Can these be placed underwater at this point? I never know what they let be underwater and what they don't at this point. No. Freaking stupid. Man. Okay. Let's put one over here. Oh, this is already marked. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll do it on the wall. These are different than redstone lamps. What turned these on is a pulse. They are a light version of a T flip-flop. So, you hit them with redstone, and they don't turn off again until they're hit with more redstone. And you see what they show? It shows the little red dot is I have redstone, and I don't have redstone. They also dim over time. If you do not hit them with wax, they start to corrode and they get dimmer. which would look a little bit cooler, but it would not be very effective as a lamp. How would they be triggered a second time? I don't know. Stuff happening. I'm just saying there's a chance of it happening. And if it does it get put around redstone, I just need to make sure that it gets turned back off again. Yeah. It's not like this game is pitch black without lights. My concern about the lights is not being pitch black, because obviously I can see anyways. We have night vision in the water with the conduit. That's not the concern. It's spawning that's the concern. Even though I can see just fine, if there is a spawnable spot in here, things will spawn. And I don't mean zombies. I mean the drowned. Well, the drowned are spawnable. We are near a river biome, and honestly, aquifers are hard to predict once they're gone. I mean, it's like when I was up there, I don't think it showed. I actually looked on my little mappy thing to show the biome. It doesn't show aquifer biome. There's no way of knowing once it's gone. They're kind of like another fortress. You know how the only place that withers can spawn is inside of another fortress on the nether fortress layer? It's very specifically right there. Same thing with this. An aquifer, the drowned can spawn inside the aquifer. Once you remove the aquifer, if you rebuild anything in there, they can spawn. Yeah, it's got a bounding box, that type of thing. Now, they'll show up anyways, I think. And I don't care. I honestly think they look kind of cool and they don't get in the way anyways. So it does bring up, I like these, but do we always use these? That's why I've been farming them. I've been farming them because I intended to do that with them. And we can change them out later. You like them? Well, I already said the different light sources that it can be. It can be those 5 things. I think I said 5. I think it's actually 4. This, the bulbs, frog lamps, prismarine lamps. I like shroom lights too. That's why I've been thinking about them. I'm just thinking, and I like them, but a lot of the time when you use these, you put them under something. They're in a shade. They're under a bush. They're... Oh, I did forget glowstone. It could have been glowstone. I did not even consider glowstone because I don't want to consider glowstone. Now that looks like cobble. You can't float sea pickles. So it's got to be a block light. It's got to be a block light that does not require power. Everyone uses glowstone, but they hide it behind something. It's a very... I want to say abusive texture, but it's not abusive. It's just... I don't know. There's a better word for that. It draws your attention to its texture. Abrasive. Thank you, Cryptic. Abrasive is a much better word for that. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just go with the shroom lights. Well, honestly, even if I want to use frog lamps, I got them. I have looked for a place to farm them. I have not found one yet. I'm sure it exists. I'm sure there's a place in the nether to farm them. It's an infinite spawn of things. It'll show up. Iron lamps? Yeah, I mean, I thought that that would be a 2-block setup though. They have to hang off of something. Well, you could hang them. They don't float on their own. You can't have them just sitting in the middle of the water. You need to put them on a thing. They could be underneath a block, or they could be off of a wall, I think. But yeah. It doesn't matter what. It's just got to be something. And that's I don't want to have a 2-block thing. It's going to be all over the place. I don't want to have it to be 2 blocks. I don't want it to get in the way of things too much. The beauty of these is I can build around these without much concern. Yeah, all right. Let's keep going with the with this, the kelping, the kelping, the kelping. Actually, before I do that next, let's go ahead and do the water so I know where it's going. Okay, so we are good. Okay, I don't know if it's. I think it's this wall. Do I still have that soul sand? Yeah, I do. If I take this and put it against this wall, is that good? You know, I'm going to do it over here. Yeah, that's all the way up. So I don't need to do this one. This is a source block. We need to do this one. I mean, we gotta do this one anyways. Might as well do that. It doesn't really matter. So here. Okay, don't alter this. Okay, I might as well look at 33,177. 33,177. Negative 33. What? Okay, now I gotta look it up. Did they bring this up somewhere that I don't know about? Okay. Yeah, if you take kelp and just do a line up, it actually turns all the flowing water into source blocks. You just have to have one source block at the top. If you have that much ice, it might technically be a little bit faster. But the gathering of the ice will slow you down a lot. This is actually really easy to do. Let's go like this. The only reason I don't do kelp and bone meal, honestly, is because I don't want to deal with all the kelp. This way, when I break it, it's the same amount of kelp. That's the only reason. Because I kind of have the bone meal right now. Honestly, I think this would be even faster than even ice, because you still have to go up and down. Yes, that's literally what we're doing, actually. All of that wall has been done. So we're doing the rest of the L. Well, it's down to the fact of which is easier to break. Ice or... I'm doing this by hand. And I don't have to have extra ice. I can reuse the same block over and over again. Could I have just done the diagonal? Probably. Didn't do that. I mean, the only reason to do it the way that I'm doing it is if you have an uneven surface. This ain't an uneven surface. You're right. Diagonal would be a ton faster. Uneven surface and stuff in the middle. If you do it this way, if there's anything in the middle, it fills in around it. Although you have to do it all 4 walls at that point. Well, at least 3. Like right now, that's where it stops. Because I put in some of those ahead of time. It doesn't fill on the backs. It doesn't fill it in on that one block. But if it's straight up, then yeah. Sorry, I just trying to read what someone was talking about. That should do it. Evidenced by the fact that that particular kelp is now going up instead of down. It was at the bottom when it was hitting the wall and going down before, and now it's going up because it's source blocks. All we gotta fix is those, which is an easy fix. Well, and these blocks I just did here, you know, obviously. So we gotta put one here, here, here. That one then? No, I already did those. I think I did that one, so that's it. That one. That one. That one. Now we just go one here. One here. And here it goes. That should do it. Okay, that does leave this. This is currently just it's just under the redstone. Honestly, this could go. This was to make it so that if water poured in there, then it went down and didn't wreck the whole thing. I don't think that matters anymore. This is not source block. This one spot here. Because that's going to be a wall. Just like that wall. That's the plan. Alright, let's get the lanterns placed, and then we'll go ahead and start working on the next project. Hopefully I got enough lanterns. I think I had these in here. Yeah. Alright, lanterns right here. Shroom lights. These are placed 10 blocks apart. Yep. poked me with something. Well, top row's done. I don't have to do that one. Yeah, let's start with these boxes. So next one is gonna be that one, I guess. So boom. 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 Let me get the yeah, diamond hole will help with this. Oh, don't accidentally the lamp. Should be fine. Okay, next. Boom. Boom. You know at some point I'm going to get this number wrong and it's going to piss me off. I'm just going to copy it all the way across my area. Oh, that's an easy one. It's right here. Let's do this one. This should be. I can just go down for the go down and not that one. That one. It should be right here. Right? Yeah. You know, only I would use a disposable block and be concerned about gathering each one every time. I mean, that's literally the point of using moss. Still gathering each freaking one. I can't help it. It's something to collect. I gotta grab it. I want to get that one right there. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. I just realized that it's always on the X7 because it's a measurement of 10. I think vanilla needs a lot of things. Building gadgets aside, that's probably last on my list, though. There you go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Now, that's a lot of light, but that's not all the light we need in order to have it light up every corner. Like right here, right now, if we look here, there, 3, see chunk of the client light. It gets really close. 3, right here. Oh, there was 0. Yep. Something you can't tell because it's a night vision, but it is there. And this is Y level of 2, right? Yeah. It's so cool because it just feels like you're working in space when you do this type of thing. freaking love it. I love how unique this feels. But it's fast moving though, Chrisen. It's faster. Significantly faster. That's one of the other benefits. Not fast. Look at it. It's faster. I don't do this because I'm crazy. That's additional. The benefits significantly outweighs the disadvantages. One, two, three, four, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did call it. Yep. This one's wrong. All of these ones are wrong. So is that one is that in the middle or not? How could that be in the middle? There's no middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's in the middle. Oh! Well, how the frick did I do that? Damn it. And that's like an equidistance away from the wall, right? Ah, corner, right there. So that should be like 3. 1, 2, yep. 3 this way. 1, 2, yep, that's right. Okay, just making sure. Because this is the starting corner. That's where you start. That's at the beginning. Well, that one's off too. I have been tempted, by the way, Kristen. The problem is not the melee part. Put it that way. Does that mean those are... Are you off? Yeah, you're off. You're fine. Okay. So, is the one on top wrong? No, that one's right. Okay. Whatever. It's good now. Crossbows won't work underwater. Tridents would. I don't have one. And you kind of have to wait for them to return every time. It would be slow. So yeah, I've considered that. Dang it. The weather can break blocks underwater, just like he does on the surface with the explosions, because TNT can actually break blocks underwater if you have it inside something. So it is possible, but it doesn't do it that often. You could actually see evidence of that on the day that we fought the Wither over the ocean, which was problematic, to say the least. But there were blocks broken. They were just like gravel and stuff like that. There were not very many. That said, he still runs from you when it's not melee. And I don't know, you might be able to swim up to him fast enough, but he doesn't just swim in this. It might work, yeah, because he does swim up every time. The good thing about that, yeah, but he only shoots those for you when he has no target. The good thing about that is similar to how when you're dealing with a drowned with a trident, and I'm not sure about this one, so don't. This is not absolute. Just let me make this clear. Similar to how a trident is thrown from a drowned, if you swim towards the drowned and duck just a little bit, misses every time. Just goes right over your... Because they aim for your head. You're flat. Your head's not up here. It's over here. He thinks your head's here. So they aim for your head. I think it's here. That's about right. That's 2. That's 2. No, wait, these are wrong. I'm looking at the wrong measurement. I should be standing on 2, which means it goes here. Which means this one is way too high up. That's 35, yeah. Should be there. Yeah. This one I actually stood on it. Yeah, I just didn't do. For the rest of it, I like looked at the wall when I saw 2 on my map. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There. I think this is 2 into the wall, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, like right. Might as well place these ones so that the light is there. At least on the bottom row. I'm not going to do it for all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 2 again. Which would make sense because I started from that far corner, so it would mirror the square over this way. All right, going up. Ah, that's good. I'll collect at the end. Let me get this one done. I know what I did. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 place. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 place. I gotta place it anyway. Yeah, that's right. There. So many simple little errors. Also, I forgot to turn this on. We're just playing Minecraft music, but it's still better. It's still good to actually put the track and everything in there. Well, that should be right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Seven, 8, 9. Place. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Place. And then standing on top of these, it should be Y set 30, Y X7. Yep. There you go. I'll get those back. The measurement's done. Okay, now we just need the ones in the center of each of the cubes. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. So that's straight up, and then we're good. This one is 2. Okay, we gotta get the center. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good so far. There. Hi, Mad Pancho. You placed 9 instead of 10. That one's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. We're good. Made me look, though. Oh, from like 5-something minutes ago. Okay. Gotcha. That's good. Okay, while we're doing this, because I'd like to bring up this subject often, it's kind of fun to see what people say. Before I say this, I would like to get a roll call. Who is actually paying attention right now and listening to what I'm saying? Because I'd like to see how many people are going to answer this. If you don't want to answer it, then obviously don't raise your hand. I want to see at least 5 people. If I don't see 5 people, I'm not going to do that. You've probably answered enough time, Kristen. If you want to abstain, you can. Totally a trap. I'll give you a hint. I'm going to say, which of these things would you like to see in the game more? Okay? And I'm going to give you options. You still smell a trap. Okay. So if you remember the 3 things that I was thinking of. Dude, I needed to ask it quickly because I'm already starting to forget. Yeah, see, I'm not going to ask. I just need to remember that there was a third thing in my head, and my poor brain has already forgotten the third thing. So give my brain a second to catch back up again. Oh, that's it. Seeing that reminded me. That reminds me. Barrels, backpacks, or sleeping bags. Barrels, as in one block of storage that can hold multiple boxes worth of one item. Backpacks, as in a separate inventory that you can open up to store stuff in. That is larger but less accessible, so you need to like open it up with a separate button. Sleeping bags. You don't set your spawn, but you can sleep anywhere. Crates. I could say crates. I say barrels because the original barrels were Java barrels. Java barrels were large amounts of storage on one block. Shulker boxes can't be opened while you're walking around. Barrels, I'm not saying like I'm not saying one chest worth of stuff. I'm saying, let's say 64 stacks of stuff in one spot. And it's of course only one item. It's a crate. Or as I refer to a barrel, because it was Java barrels before anything else. The original barrels in Minecraft were crates. Because I can argue all three of them. I'm curious as to what you guys individually think. Like, I think barrels help significantly with base storage and helps out with things that have large numbers of items. Barrels are an obvious improvement to base storage. Backpacks are what a lot of people consider to be a solution to walking around inventory storage. The problem with backpacks is unless backpacks are significantly upgraded in a way that's more interesting, where you can there's a reason why in modded, most of the backpacks, they have additional features, because it's not just an inventory upgrade, which is just more space. Like that you can hold large numbers of an item in a single block, but you need to open up the backpack to get to it, or it can hold liquids, or you can craft in it. The various different things with a backpack like that, and you can set down the backpack. Different mods do that different ways. But for this particular instance, we're just saying, because it would be Minecraft's like vanilla thing, it's just storage, but it's more storage in your inventory. It's up to you to think, is that a significant enough improvement? Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it is. I'm actually kind of on Kristen's idea that shulkers kind of solve that. They're just annoying to put down. And sleeping bags, man, it would be so nice to be able to pass the day just by lying down and not having to put... Because beds exist. It's just you pick them back up again when you're not at home. It's also kind of how you would think about the game. What's more important to you? Base, individual storage, or exploration? That's an interesting one. I'm curious as to what you guys think. Barrels will need to be a larger size than a normal chest. That's what I'm saying, yes. So bulk storage, inventory stamps, expansion, night skip. Yeah, which helps out with exploration. Visual barrels would also need a visual display of what's on it. I don't think they would do that. If vanilla implemented the... We're going to go ahead and just switch to crates just because it makes it easier for everybody, since barrels do exist in the game. If they did put crates into the game, I don't think they would do that, because there's already ways of displaying what's on the crate with other things in the game. Ergo, it could not be a full block, and you could, like they do with the chests, and you could put the block behind it, or if it is a full block, put the item next to it, or you get an item frame and put the item in it. I don't think they would. That does not sound like how they would implement it. So just tell you right now, it's only the storage in one block. In fact, we're going to stick with it being similar to modded crates. You do not open the crate. You click on the crate. Yes, in bulk they can hurt DPS. That's correct. But under that type of thought process, would you want them to make it so that they do that anyway? Or well, not DPS. You know what? Yeah, not DPS. You just made me say DPS, but not DPS. FPS. Thank you. So, crates, sleeping bags, or backpack. And the funny thing is, a lot of people would just instantly say backpack. I can guarantee you, a lot of people would just say instantly backpack, without thinking about what the actual inventory problems are. As somebody who plays a lot of this, it always annoys me to have to open up a shulker box. Because it is annoying to have to go put down your ender chest, go pull out the shulker box, go put it down, open it, pick it back, close it, pick it back up, put that in the ender chest, and then still touch the ender chest. Even if you don't have the ender chest in there, still having to put it down to open it, I consider to be very annoying. A backpack would be a bit of an extra storage for when you're doing building and stuff like that, just for simple items that you carry around when you're building. Or just, you know, in general, it's storage when you're building or when you're doing stuff. To a lot of people, that's a huge difference. So that's why I'm interested in what other people think. I can tell you, with me, changes by the moment. Normally, I would say the crates. That's probably what I would say 60% of the time. But I'm interested in you guys. Also, when you're having to store stuff into the chest like that, into shulker boxes, that gets expensive so fast. If you have a shulker farm, or someone on the server has a shulker farm, I can see that. And they're cheap and they're easy. But if you don't, shulkers suck. That is a late game solution. All right. You can bow out. I said you always could there, Kristen. It is an optional one, obviously. It's always going to be. Looking good. That's easier in single player, though. Because in single player, you don't have to fight with all the other people who are also vying for those same shells. You need to farm in a group like this. And someone will make a farm in a group like this. It's already been talked about. Alright, we ran out of lights. I need to go farm some. Nope, missed it, Ryu. That said, wasn't one of the options. How can it be one of the options? I only gave 3 options. Because you clearly have that authority. Okay. It checks out. Okay. Alright, we should go sleep. Okay. Be right back, screen. I am not being right back. I am going to sleep. But you guys can't see where I sleep because you guys are snitches. Ryu. So I need to go down here this way. So feel free to keep talking about it. I'm still here. Oh, dang it, I need water. Hold on. There you go. I've considered it, Ryu. It depends on how long this goes on for. Well, while that's going on, I'm going to go use the bathroom. I guess I will be right back. I did sleep. What time is it? 10 o'clock? Amazing. I knew what I was thinking. Mom also made fresh bag. What? Hun does not proofread. To fix something 1 second. There we go. She made fresh bread, not fresh bag. All right. So this is actually what I was considering for what I was about to build. What I was thinking was ceiling, villager level, farmland, that's off. It was already off. Villager level, farmland. This would be the mine cart. This would be the half slab that's under the mine cart. Villager level, yeah, it's already off. Well, frick. Okay, hold on. I gotta take it off. Take it all apart, anyways. I did it wrong. It was already not what I was gonna do, anyways. But this is why we plan. We plan, and we plan so that we can get it wrong every single time and still have to plan. Oh, I needed to get more shroom lights. Hold on, before I do anything else, I need 4 more shroom lights. Is that right? Like 4 more to go up that last spot. Yeah, let's go get that. That's why I passed away the day, so that I can go get this done. First things first. I need an axe. Shit. Axe. And these are for digging. We're not using those right now. Michael. Technically, I only need 4. Oh, that's right. And 2 netherrack. Evidently, I silk touched those at some point, and Darkfang grabbed them and was like, ooh, yoink. By the way, not holding that against him. I would have said something if and it was like, oh, well, that makes it easier. Now I don't have to get you one. That said, yoink. Taking a break? Why did I do that? Now I don't want that one. Go away. Yeah. That'll do. That'll do. It's like 7, 8 lights right there. Why can't they all be like this? This is perfect. This is the tree that I want every frickin' time. Do this. Always do this. Yeah, but not that though. Don't do that. Don't do that thing I just did there. Don't do that. You know, I placed that further away so it would be harder for me to do. Not impossible, obviously, but harder. That's it. Dude, is it nighttime already? Damn. I didn't want that. I just threw that over there. I don't want that. Alright, are there any more up here before I just place these 3? Because they might have fallen onto it. No. So just a 3. I'll say they're on their own this time. There were 11 in that one tree. Freaking heck. Every time. Do that every freaking time. I always want there to be 11 lights. Looks right to me. Alright. Now for the other thing I want to do. Alright, so we would need to build that down here. The villager thing I want down here. I want it centralized on these lights so that it's less annoying. I'm probably going to have this be one of the ceilings right here. So have this be the ceiling. I need a glass. Put the silk touch one down because we're going to be doing a lot of glass stuff. So, like... It doesn't have to be that one. Could be this one. That one probably... This one probably makes more sense for the ceiling. Yeah, more center it here. Then we have an area right here where the villagers are. So, villagers here. We have area for them to walk on. 2 blocks out, we have the farmland. Two, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Okay. So now it's going to already be moved over that way a little bit. So I want this to be the center. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Over here, villagers. Blocks go out to here. Bees would have to be able to go back and forth on this. Which means we're going to need to have redstone for bees somewhere. And a collection. This side seems fine for that. I don't see any reason for this side versus that side. I don't think there's a real difference. Okay. On this level, we have a minecart going back and forth start at that level so that we can have a half slab area above that. This is already going to be kind of tight right here, and in fact when we do this we're going to have to make it so that the guys either go down by a block or up by a block up here for them to be able to have beds. All the way around, of course. You want me to grab this? I can come up, I'll be right there. Delete all. I can come up, comma, I'll be right there. Period. Looks like I'm taking another break. Give me a minute. Let me get away from them so you don't have to hear that the whole time. Be right back. And it would be coming from Australia, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Bed rest break. No, it's Spanish ice break, but I'll have that acronym. What?
Are you still in TFC or did you guys break up?
I left.
My aunt was okay there.
Well, yeah, he was okay. I'm kind of considering the whole trident wielding drown thing. What did Legion Breaker say? I can't see what you're replying to. So if they just made it... That's all I can see. So if they just made it so you could open ender chests and shulkers from your inventory. Oh yeah. I'd be fine. No, I'm actually fine with having to place down the ender chest itself. It's the shulker cells. It's the shulker box that I would like to be able to open in my inventory. I have to do this in creative. The next level is too complicated. Alright, alright. Honestly, I wanted to build as much as I could there, but this next part's gonna be way too complicated. Actually, I need one of those. There we go. Actually, all right. Let's see. There's 20 minutes in a day. All right. There's 1,200 seconds in a day. I want it to be about nighttime. So minus about 8 minutes. I want to be like just enough where I can see that there's light without it being annoying. Time's not moving, so. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Light. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Shut up, game. So jerky. All right, there. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's standard, what it looks like underneath. There. Now this layer is pretty much almost definitely going to be glass. I've considered putting half slabs underneath this. Synth Horizons really wants to make sure that I can see everything. Thank you so much, because I was concerned about that when I'm working in creative. Yeah, we're testing. This layer right here. Okay. One bucket, please. Thank you. Just need some dirt. No, it's just farmland. Makes more sense. Well, that was quick. Okay. And we're going to go with granite for this just because it's easy for me to figure stuff out. I might not go with granite for the actual build, but it'll look good right now. You know what? We'll go copper. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And I need it to be double wide. I had issues with it not being double wide in the current build. This is where experience matters. Okay. On one side we have bees. On the other side, we have mud. With flowers. This is fine. We're going to need to have a way of getting dispensers into that. So we need dispensers that are going to be pointing down at it. No. Yeah. Dispensers pointing down. Observers pointing away. No, compare. Okay. Comparators pointing away. Standard design. Redstone repeater. Right here. Hoppers underneath that. For the moment, we'll have that going to a barrel. Activates all that. This is going to be connected up to hoppers. That need to be pointed down. There'll have to be hoppers pointing away from that. Like this. Actually, that's not affected by water, really. This is. This is completely encased. No, I'm good. We'll be fine. This now is not affected by the water, so it should be fine. This is. We need to get some redstone up here. That should not disconnect anything because it's glass. I mean, honestly, City, I kind of wanted to be able to build this in the game, but the part that's going to come up after this is too complicated. I couldn't. This is the part that's not complicated. So far. So because of that, we should probably not deal with the villagers on that side. That should be its own thing. So let's make it so that this is like the entrance side. Let that be the back end. Let the back end do the back end stuff. That's fine. Okay? Let's deal with the villagers more on this side over here. So we're going to have villagers. They're going to have their beds to do their thing and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's move it down. We'll have our one villager, no, two villagers, excuse me, I forgot you need to have two. Two villagers that are the farmers. They're here. Bed here. Straight across. Trapdoor here. going to need a composter right there. The glass above the barrel should be a stair. Okay. Even if it was a chest, you can open up chests through glass. It's considered a block without collision. So, it'd be fine either way. By the way, don't make that sound like I don't want you to input. Please. I screw up all the time. Keep saying stuff. Don't let that discourage you. One of the reasons I'm doing this now and not offline is so that I can get input. Yes. Beds! More realistically, since we're using glass, we can put it there. That's more than enough light. Honestly, that should be redstone. That should be a piston. This is where I wish I could have a piston and rotate it. Where's the pistons? Why can't I see? Why don't I see piston? Under functional blocks? Where the frick are pistons? Oh, there we go. That's going to make this a lot easier. And we could use tinted glass for that. Just to make it really easy to spot. Now, I would like to be able to turn those on and off while it's flooded. I think the best way of how would we do that? You know what? I can just use this. As long as you remove the water from there when you do that, it shouldn't be able to flood into that point, which means I could then take a lever. Put it here. Allowing me to control this underwater. Yeah, that should work. It's extra. Well, it is the beds that I'll be using, so yes, green beds. We're going to want to be able to get in here. So I think that would be around here. Also, we're going to want more light than is currently in here. We'll just, I mean, honestly, just, we'll add light. It's not that big of a complicated thing to add light. Okay, so right here, I guess we'll have our access point. It'll be water. Now, the disadvantage of this design is it will only capture adults. Won't work on kids. down here, we need to capture them from this point. We want to be able to go like that. I can stay there. This is where it gets complicated. I suppose it doesn't need to be water if it's going down that short of an area. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. And actually, I think we're gonna go like that. Oh, dog. Oof. Stay up here for a sec. Ah! Thanks, Calypso. Okay. Dog was enthusiastic. That stung a bit. Block this in for now. Villagers drop down here. I'm going to say on top of some hay. Why not? Whatever. The direction doesn't matter right now. The thing that matters is getting them back out of there again. Now they're down here. We need to get them zombified. Splash distance of a weakness potion. Eight blocks. So in theory, if I throw a weakness potion right here, should hit all of them. Well, let's test that theory. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is. Bogged. It's gotta be tall enough. Tall enough and small enough. Creaking's too tall. Blaze and a very annoying thing. Fine, a bog. A bog is... No, wait. Don't I have a zombie? No, I don't. Give me zombie. Zombie villager. Even better. Full test. So if I hit you... with a splash potion of weakness. Yes, but it's for a very short period of time. Still, that should be long enough. So now the problem is how to infect them. We can hold them pretty easily. I mean, that's as simple as putting a trap door there. You go here. It doesn't matter if they see me. They can see me. It's fine. I don't care. They're not going to hit me. As long as I have that closed, they ain't hitting me. They can't get out of that, though. That's an issue. Like... Yeah, the problem is more, the drowned would be not drowned for long. I mean, I'm assuming if I remove this... Yeah, that's what I thought. You can't go back in again, though. Yeah. Go away. Thank you. Thank you for helping testing. Goodbye. Hi again, Ian. I mean, it's a piston. It's gonna have to be a piston. That did not work. Kinda expected that to work. Fine. That works. You have come into a thought session. Hi. Thank you for the raid there, Silent Whisperer. Much appreciated, of course. Oh crap, it's 11 o'clock! Well, I got a few more minutes in me, because I try to figure out how to do this thing. Hi, Brownie. I'm doing good. So, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make a zombie villager conversion thingy directly underneath where the villagers are going to be created. Look at TFC chat. I'm a little busy here at the moment, Ian, but I can look really quick. Yeah, go ahead. So we want them to be able to come down here. We capture them with that. So I now need to get that. Oh, let's figure out the rest. We can get that line of redstone up here relatively easy. I'm not as worried about that. What I am concerned about is getting them to convert, come out, and then go down to the next layer. We need to convert them somehow. So I'm thinking the best way of doing that is to have a zombie going around here that I need to somehow wire up with a very slow minecart. Which is actually possible, by the way. I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work. I have an idea. Let's see, minecart track is here. Alright, so we would need to have powered rail here, 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 and here. And this needs to be a solid block. I don't think glass counts as a solid block at that point. Legion Breaker, that's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, now that will make it so that they'll go there, but they won't leave until I light a torch on it. And since this is glass and doesn't get affected by anything, then putting this here shouldn't do anything. Except light that. That is a powered rail, yeah. But this here should be able to send them out with that. Now we only need him to go in between each of them, so I don't even need this many. We can go there. Skip that one there. Skip that one in there. And I guess store him over here? I guess. Okay, so now we need to get the rail to work properly. That's going to be fun, because I have no idea how I'm going to get the freaking rail to work properly. This is going to be a pain in the ass. So if we take this rail... Put this up here. We don't need this right now. We're going to need to twist it around a lot. This part's obvious. Yeah, that's what I figured it would do. So powered, it goes that way. Like, let's say that I then put one right here. Like that. Okay, and then we get a minecart. We don't need the beds right now. We're going to power these. Okay. Where is that? Okay, it's currently down there. When I hit this button, when I hit this lever, it goes to that one. And here's the problems. Okay, so now the next time I hit it, it's just gonna go that way, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we need to somehow get it to turn completely around after sending it down once. Great. Okay. Switch rail before the turn rail. I forgot about that thing. Dang it. Wait, what? What did that just do? Really? Well, that's helpful. Didn't need that anyway. Oh, I wish I could put it right there. No, but it's gonna be flooded, so I gotta put it below anyway. It doesn't matter. Oh, really? Frickin' go home. Nah. Okay, so powered, it turns that way. Unpowered, it's gonna send it all the way to the end, correct? Oh, that's right. Oh, that one's lit. I don't want it to be buttons because I'm going to be doing this with water at some point, and they're going to need to be able to slow it down, I think. So I want this one, when it receives a signal, to turn that one. No, right now it goes all the way down to the end, so that's fine. Detector rail won't help me. Unless I send it to this one first. Hold on. No, because then I would still need to send it back again. Like, if this one's lit, which way will it go? That will go that way. So if I do this, detector rail somehow got that signal to go there. Can I freaking do that? Well, that one won't matter. I mean, it will, actually, because we want to then do it again back the other direction. The irony that every single time it's going in the wrong way. Oh, no, I need to send it to that. Duh. So I need to send a signal. There. Now it should go, but it should go. Is that one lit? That is lit. Goes to the next one. Goes to the next one. Goes all the way to the beginning. So that goes here. That goes here. That goes here. And that goes to the beginning. Huh. So now here's the question. If that's a zombie... We're going to have to wrap this up soon, by the way. Put a zombie in there. Oh, that would be so helpful. Okay. We got our guy. See if we can get him to do something. Can you hold that? Okay, what if I give you armor? Still want you to despawn. Not very cooperative, are you? Fine. There, you're Dr. Greenskin now. Now, if I take this and make them villagers instead of zombies. Here, coming out. I did the wrong one. Go ahead. Hold on. Nordic Death, congratulations on your congratulations on your 125-month pack anniversary. I almost got to say that right the first time. Almost, but not quite. And thank you for the tier 3 sub. It really does help us out, so thank you very much. Go away. And the zombie egg. Oh, what was there? Okay, should be fine now. Chad. Chad. Thank you also for the tier 3 resub. And congratulations on your 49-month pack anniversaries. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, let's try that again. Just get in the cart. Get in the cart. Freaking. Hold on. Thank you. Hold still. Okay. So they're in place. Good. Alright. Now we go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, here's the question. Will he see them? Yeah. Might be this. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, I left that on. No, we can change this out to be a button in that case. Because it does need to be a button. So a little bit of simple redstone for that. Not that big of a deal. Make sure I leave that open. It'll be able to convert them. Then I need to get them out to transfer them down to the next area. Alright. We'll continue this later. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing Mindcrack, of course. I'll try to get on the Gravitas server for a little bit. We have stuff that we want to get done there. I will see you guys tomorrow. Sorry for the people who just showed up a little bit ago. It's late. Everyone's sending, so what are you gonna do? Oh, who's on right now, though? Who's on? Well, Michael's still on. I can go send you to see Michael. Ryusuke's on. Breon's on. They're all going. Let's send you Michael's way. So have fun with him, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll miss some resubs, but you guys, we survived, but that's good to it. Hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye.